Hello, my name is Nick and my life is a shit show. So I know a lot of you may have been looking forward to more of a vlog experience type video, and I'm real sorry. I was looking forward to one of those too, but unfortunately that would have just been angry. I knew from the second this experience started, it would have just been terrible. And I also want to apologize for missing 2 days of my shit shows. You'll know why in a second. You'll know why. So basically, I want to start off by saying I got it. It's right here. It's in a red silicone case. That's what I decided. Tentatively, there's a 14-day return policy. And let me just show it to you without the case, because, like, damn. Like, I love it. This is the prettiest iPhone I've personally ever had. And it's definitely pretty, but I'm not sure if it's worth what I had to go through to get it. So my day started at 3:30 in the morning, and I woke up to my Britney Spears song on my alarm. It was Glory. It was the song Invitation. 3:30 in the morning. All is great and all is good. And I have my reservation for my 32 gig iPhone. I had just talked to AppleCare the night prior, and they said, just don't worry, Apple will have them in stock at the store. No problem, you'll be able to get the ones that you wanted. So I go, and I'm thinking it's going to be great, and then we weren't allowed to line up until 6 a.m. So I wanted to leave by 4 o'clock in the morning so that we could get there around 4:30, 4:45, and I'm thinking no one will be there. There will be no line, because it won't be an issue, because there's no one going to be able to line up until 6. So we leave, everything's on time, everything is going great, we're on schedule, we got our snacks, we got our water, we got our breakfast, and we get there, and literally, there's 15 people in line ahead of us. It's not an official line, because we weren't allowed to actually go outside of the Apple store. We were, like, in the parking lot, like, corralled by the security. So I'm a little upset at this point, because I'm like, well, shit, even if they get anything, specifically for the iPhone upgrade program, because I know that the 7 Plus is completely out of stock, as well as the Jet Black anything. So I'm thinking, all these people can't be here for the 7 Plus, calm down, you'll be fine. They can't all have the iPhone upgrade program. So I get on with it. I sit down and wait. So we wait, and 5:45 rolls around, and this security guy whistles like we are livestock, like we are dogs. And he whistles, and everyone just runs. Everyone runs. I Usain Bolt it to the Apple store, and they're like, well, if you have a reservation, get in this line. If you are walk-in, get in this line. And so I've ran a considerable distance, considerably quickly. I would have been third in the regular line, and we're the only people that have reservations. So I'm like, okay, I've ran for nothing, I got in line an hour early for nothing, but I'm okay with it. It's fine, everything is golden, and everything is going to be great, because they're going to have my iPhone, and it's going to be fine. And so, basically we wait, and they come, and they bring coffee from Starbucks, nothing good, and they bring some healthy-ass, granola-ass, nasty-ass shit bars. Usually they bring, like, AJ's Lemonade, and I know they don't have to provide anything, so I know that sounds shitty, but it's nasty. Just don't give us anything. Everything is good, and at 7 o'clock, the Apple employees start coming out and talking to us about, like, the phones we want, and I tell them my situation. I say I'm part of the iPhone upgrade program, I didn't get the phone reserved that I wanted, and Apple has told me that if I come in, you should be able to give me the phone that I want, and it shouldn't be a problem. They say, we don't have any iPhone 7 Pluses, did you not see the press announcement yesterday? And I was like, bitch, I talked to them yesterday, and then this bitch says, who is they? AppleCare, I just spoke to them yesterday, and I just told you that I spoke to AppleCare. Bitch, who do you think they is? So, I compose myself, and then another guy comes up, and he takes care of it, and he goes and talks to the manager, and so basically they won't look and see if there's any stock. They go through the same online process that screwed me over to begin with, and they're like, oh, we don't have anything. And I was like, well, you have stock in the back, don't you? And they wouldn't do anything, and they wouldn't do anything. And so they put a note by my name that says, want 128 gig or 256 instead, because I had a 32 gig 7 Plus reserved. And so my sister has the same problem, and 8 o'clock rolls around. We've heard nothing, and so we go in and we tell the guy what the issue is, and he goes and gets the manager. The manager comes over with the head of marketing for the state of Arizona. And they say, we're unable to match your requests. We'll go ahead and start an escalation process with Apple over the phone, which I've already done. And they've already done once prior this morning of, because they thought that might help. I don't know. It's just stupid. And so they say that the head of marketing introduces himself, and he says, we're really sorry that this happened. Every store is getting a shipment of 7 Pluses exclusively for iPhone upgrade programs today. We're really sorry we can't get you a phone right now, but with the escalation process, if your name's on the list, we can get you one today. We're gonna do everything we can to get you one today. This bitch. They wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't tell me if my name would be on the list. They say, we don't have the list until it gets here. And I'm like, bitch, yes you do. And you know that they have to have it stocked, because they only eliminated the availability of the 7 Plus to walk-ins. That means anyone who bought it outright or was able to pre-order for pickup, they still are gonna get phones on that day. So, like, what happens when a phone doesn't work out of the box? I know from experience that Apple has a secret stock. They have at least every phone in stock. You know they do. I know they do, because they're not gonna look that big of assholes at launch. Okay, but turns out they might. I don't know. I don't know this company very well anymore. So then I was like, well, can we still get phones today so we just so we have them? And they were like, well, it'll screw up your iPhone upgrade program thing and you won't be able to see availability anymore because you'll have already fulfilled it and you won't be eligible anymore, thus making the process a little more complicated. And I was like, okay, well, can I buy them outright? And they said, I'd highly discourage you from doing that, because this will take away from someone else being able to get the phone. Because once you open it, you won't be able to take it back and resell it. And I was like, well, I just stood in line for 4 hours and you're not doing shit. And so I'm like at a loss. And they're like, well, we'd be more than happy to take down your information. And I'm like, bitch, I just want my phone. I stood in 4 hours. I stood in line for 4 hours. Nothing. They couldn't do anything. And they wouldn't do anything. The people that were camping outside of other Apple stores when this kind of shit happened over and over again with this launch. When this happened to other people, they got cases comped, they got $100 Apple Store gift cards, they got something. Like as an apology, like, hey, we screwed up, we're really sorry, we appreciate your business, we appreciate your enthusiasm for this phone. And instead, I got someone telling me, yeah, the demand for this phone is just crazy, we're really sorry. You can take your demand and shove it up your ass. Like, literally nothing. They wouldn't sell me a phone. I said, well, I'd really like to buy a phone so I'd have one today. And they said, I can't let you do that. They literally wouldn't let me buy a phone. They literally wouldn't let me buy one. Like, bitch, excuse me? So then I thought, let's go to the Verizon store. Maybe they'll have something. Yeah, no. They have every iPhone 7 except for the Jet Black, and they don't have any 7 Pluses. So, what am I gonna do now? Nothing. Screwed. So, I take my sister to work because we have to go to Phoenix for a concert and a comedy show on Saturday. So the iPhone comes out on Friday and we have a Demi Lovato concert that day, and then the following day we have a comedy show. So we go to Starbucks, and she was like, well, there's Apple stores in where we're going, check there. And there was no reservations, so I had seen online that if you cancel your previous reservations, more would pop up and you would see more inventory. And lo and behold, it was true. And so we were able to get phones. It was a little bit out of the way from where we were going, but they were still there. And I didn't get the 256 gig like I was hoping, but I was able to get 128 gig in black, and my sister wanted the 128 gig in black, and she was also able to get that one. So we got our appointments, and everything is looking to be perfect. Let me tell you, it's not. It's far, far from perfect. So we go to this next Apple store and wait in line for 45 minutes, even though we have a designated appointment time. Shit doesn't matter. And so nothing happens, and nothing happens, and it's hot. Because I don't know how familiar you are with Apple stores, but they're always all glass in the front. It's hot here, like really hot, and the glass doesn't matter. So we're waiting in line, and everything's great. Ish. And we think we're gonna get the phones and it's gonna be okay, and we're gonna make it to our concert that's half an hour away. We got there at like 5, okay? And the concert starts at 7, and it's 45 minutes away. So we have enough time if everything goes smoothly. So we get in line, and everything goes fine, and everything's going fine. We're running a little short on time because it's going a little bit slower than we thought, / anticipated, and we finally get somebody. The most square, like, pointed edges on this guy. I hated him. He had no sense of humor, and oh my god, I didn't like him. He was like, so do we have reservations, or like, are you trying to get a phone today? Because we don't have any 7 pluses. And I was like, we have reservations, thank you. And so he goes to the back and gets one for my sister, scans it, and starts the process. And he's like, your serial number isn't matching in the system. And she's like, yeah, I had gotten it swapped out at the Genius Bar and it just doesn't match anymore, but if you put in the number for my box, it's fine. And he's like, oh, let me talk to a manager about this. And then the manager comes out and they're like, we can't sell you this phone today. There's a broken chain in our system, and we're just not going to be able to sell you a phone today. But we'll be able to call you tomorrow and try to figure this out. And at this point, it's like 6:45 because the one guy that was initially helping us was like trying to figure it out, and he just couldn't. And I don't know why he didn't try to speak to a manager sooner, but he didn't. And so we're running out of time. And then I have my phone that still needs to be purchased because they'll hold my sister's phone, but they won't hold my phone. And so they basically are like, just take down all the information. So we take down the serial number from the original phone because we had the serial number and everything from the box. And so she had the serial number on the new phone. And then this guy was like, okay, we'll try to stitch them together and make it all work. Because the guy that was trying to sell us the phone was trying to go through our Genius Bar notes, and then he was doing that, and he was like, okay, I found it, and then it still wasn't good enough, so he then went to the manager, and that took a shit ton of time, and so we're just sitting aimlessly in the Apple store, like, I hope it works out, and, like, what? And so the manager was like, well, I don't see a reason why you can't get your iPhone today, and so, like, I'm the asshole that I didn't figure that situation out, but I still got my iPhone, and like I'm the one that's supposed to know all the iPhone stuff and know everything about how to do that. No, no. I could have never imagined how much of a shit show this could have been, but it graduated. It was a fuck show, okay? Straight up. I got my phone, everything was fine, nothing went awry, it took way too long to activate, and we literally get out of the store at like 7 o'clock. Mind you, the concert starts at 7 o'clock and it's 45 minutes away. So then we book it there, we miss the opener, which, not mad about it. But anyway, it was such a stressful time and like it was hard to have fun. And then we slept on my friend's couch because we don't live where that was and it was 2 hours away, so... And so... we get a call literally right after the concert ends at 10 o'clock. You know the Apple store closes at like 8. And they're like, we finally figured it out. You can come pick up your phone at 10. And then, oh my god, it's like they're so stupid at that Apple store. Oh my god. So we go and we're like, the manager called yesterday. There's a new manager today. We need to find them. And they're like, Lizzie has a reservation, and we're like, yeah, we have a reservation, and we're not supposed to wait in line, and we didn't wait in line, and so we got a person immediately, and then they were like, they took her new phone serial number, the phone that she had now that had been swapped by the Genius Bar, and then everything went through, and the manager sat with us, and they were like, what happened? And I'm like, bitch, you know. And it's just the most ridiculous thing, and like, we had to drive 2 hours for iPhones, and it was such a shit show, and I hated it. But regardless, she got her phone, I got my phone. It was too big of an experience, but here it is. It's really pretty. I apparently am really, really popular. And if you want an idea of how the box is, it's really cool. It's like a peel-off thing. The reason I was gonna do an unboxing, but the reason I didn't is because, one, I didn't have a phone because they took my phone, and just I didn't have anything, so I couldn't have filmed it. So I'll reenact it now. Oh my god, the plastic's gone. Oh my god, let's open it. Oh my god, that's crazy. It's like the instructions, it's not the phone. And so you open it, and the phone would be here, obviously, without the case. And then you peel off your sticker, and then your charger brick goes here, and then your headphones are here, the adapter's on the back, and then the charger cord goes there. And then the cases come in this thing. But yeah, overall I really liked the phone. It took some really good pictures at the concert I went to. We weren't the closest, we were like in the middle of the floor of the arena. And I got some pretty decent pictures of the performers. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. And also going from the 6S to the 7 Plus is really nice. The battery's great, the screen is massive, and I really like it. So, I'm sorry to let you down with the experience kind of vlog thing, but I hope this was good enough. This is a long ass video, and I'm sorry for that, but I hope you were entertained, thoroughly entertained, because that was a shitty ass story. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Leave me a comment today telling me if you had a similar experience to what I had at the Apple Store, and if you didn't, leave me a comment about what apps I should download on my new phone. And remember to like this video and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye!